Is NFT art any good? The present status of NFT craftsmanship is best portrayed as visual dog's hit, the craftsman and provocateur Brad Trommel contended in a new Instagram slideshow. No one really tends to think about what these pictures resemble, Trommel said, inasmuch as they can be delivered rapidly in huge amounts, while likewise keeping away from dangerous imaginative motions that could distance crypto brothers. The characterizing creation technique across all NFTs is that they're auto-produced as a cluster of hundreds or thousands of pictures to be sold at once, a procedure that he accepts was made to give many individuals as little as could be expected. Taking a gander at the viral publicity-driven NFT assortments, it's not difficult to understand. The greatest NFT series will quite often be procedurally created kids' shows offering minor departure from a subject, a monkey with shades, a monkey with a gold chain jewelry, etc. These characters are more similar to licensed innovation than workmanship. Like Pikachu or Baby Yoda, they can be perpetually taken advantage of for their obviousness without bringing to the table for us anything new. This is a typical dissatisfaction in the workmanship world. In rigorously monetary terms, NFTs are the greatest thing to happen to workmanship markets in quite a while. However, the majority of them are simply vapid to the point that they'd be really fascinating assuming that they were effectively, forcefully revolting. At the point when financial backers spend huge totals for a valued token, they are for the most part purchasing gloating freedoms, more like an uncommon Fortnite skin than an object of magnificence. In any case, it doesn't necessarily work that way. In a real sense, anything can be a NFT, even an actual article, for however long it's labeled to a token on the blockchain. Furthermore, assuming you look nearer, you'll find a ton of really fascinating computerized workmanship that has been discounted as a result of the overall NFT depletion. The pundit and custodian Tina Rivers Ryan, one of the first antiquarians of advanced workmanship, let me know it's critical to recognize various propensities in the NFT space. There's what she calls blockchain workmanship, which are projects that utilization the blockchain as well as effectively investigate its cutoff points to make us reconsider ideas like worth, proprietorship, and validness. This is the stuff she sees as generally invigorating. Then there's crypto workmanship, a term she utilizes for craftsmanship that celebrates digital money and its chaperone subcultures, outlines of Elon Musk with red laser eyes, or Goliath gold bitcoins pivoting in space. Then there's all the other things, the vast majority of which is neither blockchain craftsmanship nor crypto workmanship. I would just call it advanced workmanship, or computerized plan, that has been tokenized to permit it to be traded, she makes sense of. Profile picture projects, PFPs, like Bored Ape Yacht Club generally have a place in the computerized plan class, and my issue with them isn't that they're redundant, or even equation-based. Mark Rothko painted a similar window-like reflections in various tones and setups for more than 20 years. Warhol gladly produced his silkscreen VIP artistic creations at a modern scale with as little exertion as could really be expected. In this way, the name of his base camp, the factory. In any case, dissimilar to PFPs, crafted by Rothko and Warhol rewards thought. For Rothko, the variety field design was his approach to prompting a condition of otherworldly self-assessment, since the compositions oppose understanding in a way that redirects watchers' mindfulness back to themselves. Warhol, in the meantime, applied modern rationale to artistic work such that made individuals totally rethink their situation on what makes an article important or delightful. What makes CryptoPunk number 5822 unique? Not its instinctive presence, nor its smart meta-editorial, yet the way that it has a place with the most uncommon bunch in an assortment of 10,000 NFTs. A CryptoPunk's play on wistfulness for low-piece designs and, in the same way as other PFPs, on gamers' affection for modifying characters. However, getting a handle on a masterpiece expects that you look carefully and attempt to sort out what you like, what you could do without, and everything stories it very well may be attempting to say to you. Recognizing one CryptoPunk or Bored Ape from another doesn't request anything from you, it very well may be finished initially, in passing, while never halting to ask how it affects you. It gives the deception of acumen without really requesting that you observe, in any genuine way, what your identity and matters to you. There are still a lot of NFTs that really do scratch my tingle, even scrutinizing the rundown of blockbusters. Frantic Dog Jones' brief video replicator, which sold $4.1 million at a Philips sell-off in April of 2021, is demonstrative of an NFT pattern. I call it temperament piece, a scene that is static yet for a small bunch of vivified components. These activities will generally be unintrusive and unwinding. Consider the loafy girl with the earphones on learning at her work area. On paper, the scene portrayed in Replicator couldn't be more unremarkable. A copier in a skyscraper office nighttime flickers to life and starts doing its thing, then switches off once more. Yet, the neo-noir shadows and the glowstick tints cast by the workplace gear make a climate that is intriguing for how vague it is, a little comfortable, a little vile, similar to the serene scene is concealing confidential. In the meantime, the copier, this dinosaur signaling its direction towards out-of-date quality, is burning the midnight oil, disliked. It seems to look longingly through the window to consider the endless different day-to-day routines it might have experienced. This is a piece about estrangement, sentimentality, and eventually, passing. It's fascinating to take note of that the work likewise has a calculated component, which is that the NFT self-produces remarkable varieties of itself, emulating the copier as it were. While I'm not completely persuaded that it works, how could the craftsman guarantee that randomized varieties even produce the ideal result? It's an intriguing utilization of the mechanical capacity. Pax NFT The Pixel, which sold for $1.36 million, expands on a respected practice in reasonable workmanship, which is to take something a great many people wouldn't think about craftsmanship and call it workmanship. You could call this savaging. For this situation, the something is a solitary dark pixel, printed as a NFT and set available to be purchased. What I like about the pixel is its coherence with the extraordinary monochrome square shapes of workmanship history, beginning in 1913 with Black Square by Kazimir Malevich, now and again called the no point of painting, going up to the post-war period, when Yves Klein painted with his brand name ultramarine blue, and proceeding to the moderate Robert Ryman, whose white-on-white compositions disposed of variety and profundity of field to shine absolutely on surface and light. Entertainingly, even 110 years after Malevich's Black Square, making a monochrome square shape look like craftsmanship is as yet an extraordinary method for causing an outrage. The pixel is additionally provocative to the extent that it's incredibly challenging to show, since one pixel is so minuscule as to be scarcely noticeable. In the event that you explode it to apparent size, it's as of now not a pixel, which nullifies the entire pride. There are additionally more provocative examples of what Tina Rivers Ryan considers blockchain craftsmanship. Berlin-based contemporary craftsman Simon Denny, who addressed his local New Zealand at the Venice Biennale in 2015, was perhaps the earliest settled craftsman to conjecture on the innovation's social repercussions. His venture backdated NFT/Cryptokitty display hardware wallet replica, Celestial Cyber Dimension, challenges an essential fundamental of cryptoculture, which is that tokenization of a given resource guarantees it, in ceaselessness, as standout and unchangeable. The issue is that the computerized picture or video being referred to is generally too enormous to be put away on the blockchain, so the symbolic focuses to a URL where the document is put away on the open web. This implies the computerized resources that a blockchain passage focuses to can be variable, Denny told the magazine Flashart in January of 2022. For example, you can put an alternate picture in the URL that has the first picture. Thus, I did precisely that. By buying more season tokens and making them highlight various media, a cycle he calls seizing, he uncovered the constraints of the lastingness that should recognize blockchain from different types of chronicling. These three models couldn't be more divergent regarding sort, however in their own specific manner, they each welcome watchers to examine a secret. What causes this clean middle-class situation appear to be so shocking? Should a pixel that you couldn't in fact see qualify as a masterpiece? Will our information at any point genuinely be super durable? Workmanship doesn't need to be high-tempo or difficult to get a handle on to be advantageous, however it ought to essentially cause you to rethink something you assumed you knew, if by some stroke of good luck a dawn or a field of blossoms. What's more, when the collectible PFPs go the method of the Beanie Baby, the well-established development of craftsmen who use innovation to make individuals think will in any case be here fiddling.